Hi guys, welcome back to the cookie jar. So we've actually lost the audio to most of this video, so I am going to be doing a voiceover, so these sounds will not match what I am doing on the video. So for today we are making the 10th and final recipe from the Fudge Cupcake murder. They are called the Apple Orchard Bars. To make these, you are preheating the oven to 375. You're going to need half a cup of melted butter, half a cup of white sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar firmly packed, half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 2 beaten eggs, you can beat them up with a fork, half a cup of rolled oats, uncooked oatmeal, 1 cup peeled chopped apple, I used 2 medium gala apples, 2 cups flaked coconut, and 1.5 cups flour not sifted. It does say that you're going to put 1.5 cups of the flaked coconut in the recipe and half a cup to put on top. It's going in a 9x13 cake pan, and then you're going to basically bake it, let it cool, cut it into brownie bars. The little anecdotes on the bottom of the recipe are that Bill likes these with hot chocolate. He says it brings out the taste of the apples. Tracy's still trying to convince Andrea that healthy food, and she could have them for breakfast, which is something I do think. I think these are going to be like the breakfasty bars. I think that's what these are going to be like a lot. Okay, so let's get into the kitchen and get started. Here is everything we're going to need today, including the little 1/2 cup of coconut I sectioned off. This one's going to be the hardest to narrate. So what you're doing is you're taking your melted butter, you're adding in the sugars, and you're going to get that all mixed up. And then you're going to add the 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, the 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, the 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, the 2 beaten eggs, and you're going to get that mixed up. And then you're going to add in the 1/2 cup of rolled oats, the chopped apple, the 1 cup of chopped apple, and the 1.5 cups of the coconut, and you're going to get that all mixed up. Once you have all that mixed up, you're going to add in the flour, the 1.5 cups of flour, and get that mixed in. Once that's all done, you're going to take your mixture and you're going to pour it into the greased cake pan. Once you have that leveled out, you're going to put that 1/2 cup of saved coconut on top. And then once you have all that together, you're going to bake it at 375 for 25 to 30 minutes. And then you're going to put it on the counter to cool down. This is what it looks like when it came out of the oven. I'm just going to let it sit for about 5 minutes before I start cutting it out. So here is the final view of the Apple Orchard Bars. They don't look like much. They smell pretty good though. All right, let's see what we have made. I'm a big fan of oatmeal and apple. I'm a big fan of apples and cinnamon, so I like this a lot. I was worried that the coconut would be just random flavor in there, but it mellows in pretty well, except the ones on top that got kind of crunchy. I don't really know if I like those, but overall it's really tasty. I like it. I kind of agree with Tracy. I feel like this would be a quick little throw together either brunch item or like a breakfast kind of thing. Like if you're doing a big breakfast, maybe throw those in there. I mean, hey, if a cinnamon roll can be a breakfast, a friggin' little oatmeal apple concoction could be breakfast. But this, like I said earlier, is the last recipe from the Fudge Cupcake murder. We are starting the sugar cookie murder in the next video. Now, the thing with this book is it is like a precursor to the Lake Eden Community Cookbook, which what I mean by that is there are a walloping 81 recipes in this book, of which we will be making 24.
We're going to start with the breads and then the desserts, which is the cakes, the pies, the cookies. So all in all, we're going to end up making 24 recipes out of this book. So we'll be on this one for a while. But so with that being said, the first bread recipe is Aunt Grace's breakfast muffins, which when I hear breakfast muffin, I more so think sausage and egg or cheese, not, I think it's fruit actually. It's like an apple muffin with cinnamon sugar on top, I think is what it is. With all that being said, we will be doing Aunt Grace's breakfast muffins next week, the first one out of the sugar cookie murder. If you are interested in seeing those get made, join us next week. And I hope you have a good one. Bye, guys.